Hello, and welcome to Rumbo al inglés. My name is Alberto Alonso, and I'm here as usual with the fabulous, talented, excellent, awesome, spectacular, tremendously amazing Rachel of the River. Hi, Rachel.
Alberto, what's wrong with you?
I'm depressed, Rachel. I'm depressed.
What's wrong with you?
Ask me what I just found out.
What did you just find out?
I found out that Chanquete is dead. Oh my God.
Alberto, you're old enough.
I'm old enough, yeah, but I never expected them to kill Chanquete. Was he killed? I mean, how did...
Alberto, death is a part of life.
I don't know. I'm going to have a difficult time getting over this. Raquel just told me that Chanquete died, and I don't know how I'm going to go on. Well,
Drink a little bit of water.
let me have a little water. Pull myself together. Okay, I'm a big man.
There
Death
you
is
go.
a part of life. Death is a part of life, and there's no reason to get depressed, okay? But you can never replace Chanquete.
No.
He was an
we
original.
can't. Yeah.
Oh, why? Why did he have to die, Raquel?
I don't know.
I can't take it. All right, well, I better stop crying. Raquel, ask me why I'd better stop crying.
Why do you better start crying?
Okay, no.
No.
Why had you better, right? Because you'd better is más vale que. So ask me.
Why have you better...
Why had you?
Well, why had you better stop crying?
I had better stop crying because Adriana is going to get angry with me. Yeah. Do you know who Adriana is? No, I didn't think you do. Well, Adriana is another person who you don't see, but she's a big part of the show. Ask me why. I know you know why, but ask me why she's such a big part of the show.
Why is Adriana a big part of the show?
Adriana is here to make us look nice, okay? And she does our makeup. And if I cry, then my makeup will run and Adriana will get very angry with me. Is this true, Adriana? I know it is, I know. All right, I'm going to try and be a man and stop crying, but I am hurt deep inside about Chanquete's death. I'm going to try and get over it, okay? Recuperarme. Okay? All right. So just remind me, if I start crying, remind me that Adriana will get angry with me. Okay? All right. I'll try not to cry. All right. Now, Raquel, are you glad you came here today?
Yes, I'm glad I came here today.
Okay, good. You know what you just did? You just introduced our first structure of today, okay? Okay, what we need right now is we need Bea. Bea, are you there? Bea, can you do me a favor and put up a little chart with I'm glad. Oh, there it is. Thanks a lot. I love the communication. We communicate so well. Are you a good communicator? Yeah? Okay, good. Well, so are my people, okay? My very important people, VIPs, Veep, as you say. Okay, I'm glad I did. You see the construction here below the screen. I'm glad I did. Me alegro de haber lo que sea. Okay, very common in emails, right? I'm glad I wrote to you. I'm glad we had dinner. I'm glad we... Why are you laughing at me, Raquel? Are you laughing? Are you
I'm not laughing.
Raquel's
I'm just
laughing at me.
listening to you. I'm not... You're gonna make me cry. I'm not laughing at you.
Don't cry because Adriana's going to get mad. I told you already. Don't cry. Now, what is it called, Raquel? What is it called? Before we begin this, I'm glad I came. I'm glad I went. Okay, what is the difference between crying, when it's emotional? What I was doing before was crying. Okay, I was crying. But let's say, for example, you have the sun in your eyes, or you have an allergy. What is this called?
I don't know what you mean.
Okay, now sometimes tears come from your eyes, but it's not related to Chanquete's death, for example. Okay, it's related to an allergy or sun or a glare, right? Like right now, you're doing it. I know because I know you're not emotional. I know you got over Chanquete's death many years ago when it happened, but it's taking me a long time to get over this, okay? It's taking me a long time to move on, okay? Raquel is tearing. Raquel is tearing. To tear, it's not associated with emotion. It's associated with an allergy. Did you know this word before?
No, I didn't.
To tear. If you translate it literally, una lágrima is
A tear.
a tear, right? A tear. So tearing is when tears come from your eyes and it's not associated with any emotion. But that wasn't the case with me before. I don't want to think about it because I'm going to start crying again. All right. Pull it together. Be strong. Okay. So, me alegro de haber hecho is I'm glad I did. Okay? Pretty simple structure, don't you agree?
I agree.
But it's used all the time. We use
Okay.
it all the time. So let's do some translations associated with this structure. Are you ready? Okay. I hope you're following. Have you been studying? Raquel, ask them if they've been studying.
Have you been studying?
Okay. Answer her. You better answer her. Okay. I hope you've been studying because it's the only way to make progress. Okay? We can't just, I tell my students, I said, I can give you the information, but I can't put it in your head. That's your job. That's your job. I can give it to you, but you got to put it in your head and put it to use. Remember the process from my mouth to your head to your mouth. Or sometimes the notebook too helps. if you're getting older like me and your memory isn't what it used to be. Yeah, I know. Receding hairlines, belly, bad memory. I tell you, Raquel, getting old is horrible, isn't it? Well, you wouldn't know, Raquel. What are you, 18
I'm
years
not
old?
getting receding hairlines or a belly, so I feel good.
Oh, wow. Okay, so Raquel, what is your secret? What is the fountain of youth? Have you discovered the fountain of youth?
No, not yet. So I
Not
can't
yet?
tell you the secret.
You can't tell me. Why? Because you'd have to kill me if you told me?
No, because I haven't found the fountain.
Okay,
You
so
were
what is your
talking about-
secret, though? Maybe you haven't found the fountain of youth, but you have some kind of secret because you keep yourself in good shape, in good health. You don't have any chronic back pain.
No, not yet.
All right, so what's your
Genetics.
secret? What do you do?
Genetic.
Genetics. Yeah, you think it's okay. All right, maybe it's genetics. Okay. All right, well, let's take a look at this structure. Here we go. Are you ready? Good. Let's get started. Okay? Here we go. Me alegro de haber venido.
I'm glad I came.
I'm glad I came. Ask me.
Are you glad you came?
I'm always glad I came, especially when I'm with Raquel and my favorite students at home. Of course I'm glad I came, of course. Okay, me alegro de haber hecho el esfuerzo de venir.
I'm glad I made the effort to come.
Right, I'm glad I made the effort to come. Ask me.
Are you glad you made the effort to come?
Yes, I am. I'm very glad. I'm very glad I made the effort to come today. Okay? Me alegro de haber tenido bastante dinero conmigo para pagar el taxi.
Okay. I'm glad I had enough money with me to pay for the taxi.
Good, to pay for the taxi. Now just be careful. I want to make sure that you're not one of these people. In English, we pay a person, no preposition. I paid Juan. Okay, that's it. Now when we pay for an object, we use for. I paid for my new car in cash. I paid for my pencil with change. Cambio, right? Suelto. Okay, so to pay for object, you said it correctly. I just wanted to point it out. Just to make sure that you're not one of those people, okay, who pays things. You pay for things. You pay for things, right? Okay, Raquel, me alegro de haber encontrado mi tarjeta de crédito.
I'm so glad I found my credit card.
I'm so glad. Okay, ask me.
Are you glad you found your credit card?
Yes, I am very glad I found my credit card. Ask me if I've ever lost any credit cards.
Have you ever lost any credit cards?
Yes, I have. Ask me where I was when I lost
Where
them.
were you when you lost your credit cards?
I was in New York. I was in New York, okay? Ask me what I did.
What did you do?
I canceled them. First thing I did was cancel them. Have you ever lost any credit cards, Raquel?
Oh no, touch wood.
Okay,
No, I
touch
haven't.
wood. Touch wood. You haven't. You're very lucky. You're very lucky. It's a scary feeling. You don't want somebody taking your identity. There's only one Rachel of the River. We don't want another Rachel of the River, do we?
No, I don't.
I mean, she may be able to take your identity, but she'll never take your charm and your personality. Yeah? Okay, very good, very good. Do I get 5? You don't give me points. Wait, this is something I wanted to stop for a second here. I always give Raquel points, and I give you points too. If you get it right, I want you to give yourself points. Remember, I can't give you all points individually, but you got to give yourself points, okay? You have to reward yourself. But do you notice that Raquel never gives me any points? What does a man have to do to get some points around here? Can I have a few points?
Okay, I'll give you 10 points to
10?
start with.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Okay, because that was a nice compliment. I thought it was a nice compliment.
It was nice. It was nice. Thank you.
All right, very good. Here we go, the next one. Me alegro de haberte llamado.
I'm glad I found you.
I'm glad I phoned you, or I'm glad I called you. Ask me.
Are you glad that I called you?
Of course, every time you call me, I'm glad. Of course, I'm glad you called. Of course. Okay, very common. I'm glad you called. Right? All the time. We used all the time. Emails, conversation, all the time. Okay, here we go. Me alegro de no haber comprado aquella casa.
I'm glad I didn't buy that house.
I'm glad I didn't buy that house. Ask me.
Are you glad you didn't buy that house?
Yes, I'm very glad I didn't buy that house because it was in New Orleans. Yeah, it was in New Orleans, and you know what happened there. Okay, all right, very good. Okay, me alegro de no haber dicho nada.
I'm glad I didn't say anything.
Right, I'm glad I didn't say anything. Now, can you be glad for another person, Raquel? Is this possible?
I'm
'Cause
glad for
so
you.
far, we said,
Yeah.
I'm glad I. Can we say, I'm glad you, I'm glad they?
No,
Is this
I'm
possible?
glad for you. No?
No, you can change the I to another person. Me alegro que hayas. If I'm not mistaken in Spanish. My Spanish grammar, remember, isn't the best. Me alegro que hayas venido. I'm glad you came.
Oh.
So we can change this second I to you, they, we. I'm glad we decided to go on vacation to this place. Okay, so let's do a few with that, okay? Here we go. Me alegro de que consiguieras terminar tu novela.
I'm glad that you finished your novel.
Okay, I'm glad you finished your novel. Also, I'm glad you managed to finish your novel. Okay, consiguieras is to manage. I'm glad you managed to finish your novel. Okay, here we go. Me alegro de que él pudiera ayudarnos.
I'm glad he could help us.
I'm glad he could help us. Ask me.
Are you glad he could help you?
Yes, I'm very glad he could help me because I was really busy. I was having a hectic week and he really gave me a hand. He really gave me a hand. Okay, here's another one. Me alegro de que se fueran pronto. These are the guests you invite to your house and they don't know when it's time to leave. Do you have friends like this?
Yeah.
They linger. Do you know this word, to linger?
Linger.
Do you
No.
have to let it linger? Do you know the song? I'm sorry I sang. It's going to rain now. I apologize for that. But sometimes the best way to find vocabulary is in the music, in popular culture. To linger. When someone smokes a cigarette, the smell lingers. It stays behind. To linger. Okay? So your friends, something that stays longer than it should lingers. Okay? Do you have any friends that linger in your house after dinner or something?
Well, it happened to me a few times.
A few times. Okay, we're not going to mention any names. Okay, okay. So to linger. It's from a Cranberries song. Okay. Do you have to let it linger? Do you have to pull out the situation and make it longer than it needs to be? Okay. All right. Very good. So here we go. Me alegro de que se fueran pronto.
I'm glad they left early.
Yeah, me too. Ask me.
Are you glad they left early?
Yes, I'm glad they left early. Ask me why.
Why are you glad they left early?
Because I had to get up early. So if they had stayed longer, I wouldn't have been able to get up early. Okay? Okay. Ask me if I like waking up early.
Do you like waking up early?
Yes, I love it. It's my favorite. I love to wake up early. No.
Liar.
Nobody likes to wake up early. Do you know anybody who likes to wake up early?
I know a person who gets up so early and she's fine.
Really?
She doesn't
Okay.
mind because she gets to do lots of things in
Right.
the day.
Okay. Right. I get up early, but I work, so I'm not really accomplishing personal things, right? We have an expression in English, okay? I don't know, I'm familiar with the one in Spanish, but I'm not really sure, so I'm going to be quiet. Maybe you tell it to me. The early bird gets the worm. What is this in Spanish? The early bird gets the worm.
I've never heard that, but I presume it means something like a quien madruga, Dios le ayuda.
That's it. That's the one. That's the one. The early bird, el pájaro que se despierta temprano, coge el gusano. Hey, it rhymes in English. In
See?
Spanish too. Look at that. Look at that. How do you say la gota que colmó el vaso from the other program? How do you say it? Tell me.
It was the straw of the camel.
Almost.
It was the straw that broke the camel's back.
The straw that broke the camel's back, or the last straw. That was the last straw. Eso fue la gota. That was the last straw, okay? So the early bird gets the worm, okay? Are you an early bird? I hope you are. Get up early, get things done. Okay, here we go. Another one. Me alegro de que finalmente encontraras un buen trabajo.
I'm glad that you finally found a good job.
Sure, okay. Me alegro de que no tuvieras que llamar al fontanero.
I'm glad you didn't have to call the plumber.
The plumber. The B is silent. The B is silent, not plumber, but plumber. Give it to me one more time.
I'm glad you didn't have to call the plumber.
Okay, ask me.
Were you glad that you didn't have to call the plumber?
Yes, I'm glad I didn't have to call the plumber because I had goteras for 5 points.
Leaks.
Yes. Give yourself 5 points. Did you get that right? Give yourself 5 points. That's right. We're adding up points today. You know what? Give yourself 10 points if you got that one right. I'm going to be generous today. 10 points for everybody. Okay, 10 points. That's right. You know what? No, forget it. I'm doubling the points today. 20 points.
Thank you.
Yeah, 20 points. Okay, I know. I'm going to be generous today, okay? All right, here we go. Me alegro que no lloviera.
I'm glad it didn't rain.
I'm glad it didn't rain. Ask me.
Were you glad it didn't rain?
Yes, I was very glad it didn't rain because I had a picnic and I didn't want to call off the picnic. Call off. Cancelar. I didn't want to call off the picnic. Okay, do you like picnics?
Yes, I do. I love them.
You do, yeah. Okay, don't let the ants ruin your picnic. Right? Don't let the ants ruin your picnic. Okay, and another one. Me alegro de que no pudieran venir.
I'm glad they couldn't make it.
Yes, to make it. Very good, Raquel. Give yourself another 5 points. A very native way to say no podían estar is they couldn't make it. They couldn't make it. It's not hacerlo, but it's make it is llegar. I'm sorry I couldn't make it to your birthday party. I was very busy. Okay, Raquel, moving on. Okay, now, we use this a lot very sarcastically, too. This is used in a sarcastic way. I'm glad I came to this meeting. Unbelievable. Now, how do we differentiate when it's sarcastic or when it's just being said sincerely?
I bet you're glad about
Yeah,
whatever.
I bet you're glad, but you can even say, I'm glad I came. It's your tone of voice. Your tone of voice indicates, right? Because the words can mean, look at I don't care. Like what, right? Do you prefer Chinese or Japanese food? I don't care. Okay. I'm not coming to your party. I don't care. Paso. So you see the difference? Your tone of voice is what differentiates this. Okay, so I want you to really focus now, you too, on the sarcasm. Sarcasm. Say that word.
Sarcasm.
Sarcasm. Yeah, it's a nice word. Sarcasm. Okay, are you sarcastic, Raquel?
Yes.
Me too.
I am.
Yeah, I love sarcasm. It's great. It's a great thing. Okay, well, this is what I want you to focus on for this part of the exercise. I want you to focus on the sarcasm. You too. Okay, let's get sarcastic. Yeah, let's get sarcastic. Let's get a little bit of an attitude. Okay, are you ready? Put on your Clint Eastwood face. That's right. Get your Clint Eastwood. Close your eyes a bit. Squint. This is to squint. Yeah, there it is. That's the face. Look at Raquel's face. Let's take a look at it. Yeah. Oh, you look dangerous, Raquel. You look like a gangster. Okay, here we go. A que te alegras de haber venido.
I'm glad you came.
Okay. Well, this is what you said before. I bet you're glad you came. So when you're saying it to another person, I bet, apuesto, but it's a que, right? So try this with I bet.
I bet you're glad you came.
I bet you're glad you came. Yeah. I bet you're glad you came. Okay, another one. A que te alegras de haber llegado temprano. A que te alegras de haber llegado temprano. I have to say it in Spanish with the attitude too. Okay.
This is getting difficult.
You got it.
Okay. I bet you are glad you got here earlier.
Yeah, I bet you're glad you got here earlier. You can even do that little thing.
Oh. My French.
They do. I bet you're glad you came. Okay, here's another one. A que te alegras de haberle ayudado.
Bet you are glad you're helping.
Okay. I bet bet you're glad you helped him. That's sarcastic. That's very, sometimes the more false you are, I bet you're glad you helped him. Very good. Okay, here's another one. Ready? Me alegro de haber molestado.
I bet I bothered you.
No, me alegro de haber. So this is you. No, you're not saying it to another person. You're saying it to yourself. Me alegro de haberme molestado. It's not directed to another person.
Okay. I'm glad I bothered.
More sarcastic.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about the grammar.
Yeah, I'm glad I bothered. That's it.
Okay.
Now give it to me sarcastic. Give me the
Don't make me laugh.
go like, give me the attitude, the shrug. This is to shrug your shoulder.
I'm glad I bothered.
Give me a little more attitude.
I'm glad I bothered. No, I can't.
Try it like this. I want you to imitate me, okay? I'm glad I bothered.
I'm glad I bothered.
Almost. Are you glad you bothered? I'm glad I bothered. Great. Okay. I'm glad I bothered. Okay. I love sarcasm. I love it. Okay, very good. Moving on. We're going to take a look at one more expression today. Okay, now how do you say intentar o probar hacer algo? Usually for the first time.
For the first time. For the first time, I try.
I'll try es intentaré. Okay, let's get a chart. Bea, can we get a chart? Where's Bea? Bea, here we go. There it is, perfect. There it is. I love when the charts come up. Isn't it a beautiful chart? There it is. Okay, to have a go at doing something. Okay, so this is how we would use it. Me gustaría intentar aprender a tocar el piano. Try it with that structure.
I'd like to have a go on playing piano.
Sería, I would like to have a go at plus ing. I would like to have a go at playing the piano. Give it to me one more time.
I'd like to have a go at playing piano.
Yes, I'd like to have a go at playing the piano. Okay. ¿Has probado ir de pesca alguna vez?
Have you ever had a go at going on fishing?
Okay, you can go directly with fishing. Have you ever had a go at fishing? Have you ever had a go at fishing? ¿Has intentado? ¿Has probado alguna vez? Have you ever had a go at plus the verb in the gerund, ing? One more time, ask me.
Have you ever had a go at fishing?
Yes, I have. Many times. Have you ever had a go at fishing?
No, I haven't.
No, you haven't.
How many fishes did you get? Or
How
did you
many
fish?
fishes or fish? We looked at this in another
Okay.
program. Fish.
How many fish did you fish?
Did you catch?
Did you catch?
Okay. Ask me what I caught.
What did you catch?
I caught a cold. Un resfriado. Yeah, I didn't catch any fish. I never catch any fish. The only thing I catch is I catch a cold when I go fishing. And I don't have the patience. Yeah, I'm glad I went fishing. There it is for you, the sarcasm. Okay, here's another one. Deberías intentar convencerle a ella.
You should have a go at convincing her.
Yes, convincing her. Now let's take a look. How do you say convencerle que haga una cosa? We looked at this phrasal verb before. Do you remember?
Change her mind.
To change her mind is cambiar su opinión.
Okay.
To talk her into it. Okay? So it would be, you should have a go at talking her into it. To talk somebody into something is to convince them to do it. What's the opposite?
To talk to her out.
No, talk to her. Talk her
Talk
out.
her
of it.
out.
So give it to me one time. Say, la convencí que lo hiciera.
Talk her into something.
I, sujetos,
I talked her into something.
Okay.
Or I talked her out of something.
Yes. Okay, and if you put a verb, it's with the gerund. I talked her into speaking with him. I talked her out of jumping from the roof. Okay. So to have a go at something, okay? I hope you have a go at practicing your English, okay? But don't have a go because you know what? Trying is an excuse. I remember I would tell my father would say, Alberto, take out the trash. La basura, take out the trash. And I'd say, I'll try. And he would say, trying is an excuse. You're already admitting failure. Well, Raquel, we have officially run out of time. I know. I'm going to start
Okay.
crying again. This is the problem. I don't want you to miss us too much. Are you depressed now?
No, I'm not.
You're
I'm
not
a strong woman.
You are a strong woman. Well, listen. I bet you're glad you came. No, I hope you're not sarcastic. Listen, that's all the time we have. We're so glad you joined us again. I'm here again with Raquel del Rio. Thank you, Raquel.
Thank you, Alberto.
And we'll see you next time on Rumbo al Inglés. Take care. Until next time. Bye-bye.